Bok Murna, Kakosi, how are you?
Dobro, good.
What have you been doing lately?
I have been trying to learn about the verbs in the past, present, and future.
How are you getting on with that?
Not great. I found some sentences on the internet, but it's quite confusing with all of the changes.
Yes, they are a bit complicated. Well, why don't we go through one tense at a time and see if we can figure it out?
Yes, that would be good.
I think the present tense is the easiest.
Shall we start with that then?
Do you know some examples of present tense in English?
Yes, I am using, they are buying, the dog is eating.
Well, let's look at sentences beginning with the doing word or verb to use. In Croatian, this is koristiti. What can you see happening to the verb to use or koristiti in these sentences?
I notice the ending of the word choristity changes depending on who is using.
What about if we change the verb to buy, which is kupovati? What can you see happening this time?
I notice the verb kupolvati changes depending on who is buying.
Yes, I am using as koristim and I am buying as kupoyem, so they both end in an M. Can you see anything else happening?
Not only the end was different, but the middle changed as well.
That's right. There are a lot of verbs where only the ti ending is replaced to show who is doing the action. Other parts of the verb can change depending on what group they fall under, whether it was the past, present, or future, and whether the action was finished or continuing.
If I brought an oven, how would I say that?
The ending that you choose depends on whether you are male or female. For a female, you would say kupila sam pechnitsu, and for a male, you would say kupio sam pechnitsu.
What about if we bought an oven?
Then you would say kupili smo pechnitsu. Can you see the difference?
Yes, the first two words have changed.
Let's see them all together again. I bought an oven masculine, kupio sam pechnitsu. I bought an oven feminine, kupila sam pechnitsu. We bought an oven, kupili smo pechnitsu. The first word endings change to show the gender of who is doing the action. So for I, we had the endings o and la, and for we, it is li. In the past tense, you also need to use the word was, so we add sam when I is doing the action, and when we are doing the action, we need to use the word smo.
Why are we not using kupovati?
This is another aspect of verbs that change, and that is when the action is finished or continuing. Kupovati is used when the action is continuing, and kupati is used when the action is finished. And the endings behave differently because they belong to different groups.
So how do you say I will buy an oven?
You could say yachu kupati pechnitsu or kupit chu pechnitsu, where you leave off the I at the end of the verb. The word chu is used for the word will. I find that looking for the key words such as sam, small, su, chu, che, and chemo helps to identify whether the verbs are past, present, or future.
So is this how it shows in the present, past, and future tense? I am buying an oven. Kupoyem pechnitsu. I bought an oven. Kupoyo. Kupila sam pechnitsu. I will buy an oven. Kupachu pechnitsu or yachu kupati pechnitsu.
Yes, that's correct. Here are some other examples. I think the trickiest part is the way each group of verbs behave. For example, kupiti, vidiati, and kupovati all belong to different groups, so the way the endings are formed and change are different.
So when you know the group, the verb you are dealing with, then you need to identify whether the action is now, the past, or the future. Then you need to change the verb ending to reflect on who is doing the action.
Yes, and once you know which group you are dealing with, then identifying the past, which needs the addition of the word was, the present just has a change in the verb ending to show who is doing the action, and the future needs the word will. We have more videos on verbs and their groups on YouTube and Patreon, and we also identify the verbs in our Croatian grammar and dictionary. It is confusing and there is a lot to learn, which does take time. But does this help you to see what you are looking for so you can try and figure it out?
Yes, thank you. That is what I was looking for. It has helped a lot, and it's making a lot more sense to me now.